Hope you've had a good day. I've had quite a nice morning. It's evening, well, it's night time now in the UK. I had a lovely morning this morning. I went and did a nice crafty party for a lady, a surprise baby shower. And so that was really good fun. I hope to share some photos of that soon on my blog. But tonight I've got to make a 60th birthday card for a dear friend at church. And yeah, I just thought I'd get on here and just make something really pretty. So I've just realised that normally I have my daughter's tablet on here, so I'm just going to quickly grab it so I can actually see any comments. While you're hopping on here, do say hello and where you're from, because it's always lovely to hear from you guys. So just bear with me a second. Right, I've got the stamp sets, but I forgot to get the tablet, so I usually borrow my, as I said, I borrow my daughter's tablet so that I can see what's happening on the screen and I can see any comments that are then put down. So, hi Shelley from Comox, BC. What's that? BC. Where's that? Oh dear, my Sue from Durham, UK. Hi Sue, nice to see you. Didn't know I had many UK followers here. Vancouver Island, Canada. Fabulous. Okay, that's awesome. Right, let me just turn the sound down on here so you don't get to hear me twice. Right, so I want to do something quite floral. This lady really likes her garden, and we do have some really lovely floral stamp sets in the catalogue at the moment. We've got this beautiful one called Floral Essence. Then we've got varied vases. Now I keep meaning to shoot a video about this one because I have got lots of fab ideas with that one, but so I'm going to give you a kind of hint of what I've done with it. I might use that, I'm not sure. And then I really like the leaf on this one, so then the colours I think I'm going to go with. Hi Jenny. Oh, thanks Sue. The Cocoa Rose, Seaside Spray, Soft Sea Foam, Night of Navy and lovely lipstick. Now I've gone ahead and stamped, now this is not a Stampin' Up stamp, this is another company, but this was the most appropriate thing I wanted, so I do want to have that somewhere on here, so I might do some florals, you know, around it. And then I had this card already cut out, so I thought, oh, just make my life easier today. I'll use that one. So let's grab some blocks and get stamping. So I want to start perhaps with some green. Oh, lovely to see you, Janice. What have you been making today? You know what, I think I might get a bit of old olive, just a little hint of it. I don't want lots of it, but maybe a little hint. Oh, old olive is not on my desk. What's going on? Okay, you'll have to excuse me. I can't find my old olive ink, but this is a Pear Pizzazz ink pad inked with old olive because I did it by accident, so it's in my kind of spares drawer, as it were. So I'm just, now it's funny this, because this is exactly the same sort of process that I would do if I was doing flower arranging. I would put down the foliage first. Hi Bev! But I've just realised I need to get in here and put some of these florals. And I don't want to use the biggest flowers, I just want to, oops, I'm fast running out of space on my desk. And these are photopolymer, so I do want to make sure I've got my mat ready for that. Paper Fabric Ink, hello. Nice to see you. So I'm just going to take my time to ink this up. I want it nice and full. And I've got these spaces here, so I'm going to kind of aim for that. Possibly one down here like that. And I've got this. I'm trying to think where I'm going to put this. I'll put that there, just to get an idea. After doing a kinetic card class. Oh, that sounds fascinating. I don't think I've ever heard of one of those. Yeah, your foliage is your backdrop, so yeah, it is worth doing the foliage first. That's what flower arrangers do, or florists. Not necessarily flower arrangers. Sorry, flower arrangers and florists are different people, but florists certainly would put the green in first. Right, I'm going to save this pink for later, and just use the Rococo to do some of these smaller flowers. Now I'd be interested to see how different the Rococo Rose is against the second generation of Lovely Lipstick. It's definitely different. It's much duskier. Is that a word? Duskier? There we go. Right, that's it. That's all I'm going to do for those big ones. Now I do want a little something in the centres, so I'm just going to get the Daffodil Delight and just pop something into the middle of these. I'll get those two little ones out now. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Or is it the right one? No, that's the wrong one. That's the one I wanted. I'm going to pick that up. It leans more towards the orange. What, the Rococo Rose? I don't know if it's coming across that way in the screen. To me, it doesn't look orange. It looks grayer, if that makes sense. It's like a grey pink. I'm just grabbing these little centres to do these. Oh, I forgot to do those ones. Oh, does it? Ah, okay, that's interesting. Yes, different screens do. Also my lighting, it's artificial lighting, so let's see if that helps. Can you see that? There we go. So that's the stamped off Lovely Lipstick, and then that's the Rococo Rose. Actually, you can see it better there and there. So that's the Rococo Rose, and that's the stamped off Lovely Lipstick. Hello from Paris. You love these colours. Oh, good. Right. So now I want to introduce some of the blue, light of navy. I do want to bring in some blue into the rest of the arrangement, and I want to use the flowers from here. So we have this lovely orchid stamp. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, I didn't mean to ink all that up. Okay, so I'm trying not to ink the stem because I want the flowers to tuck into here. So if you're new to my channel, you'll be like, what is she doing? Why is she just inking that little bit? But if you're not new to my channel, you'll know that I do this quite often, where I don't always ink up the whole stem. I just partially do it sometimes just to get those flowers really tucked in there. Oh, did it again. Okay, so now we want the centre to that flower, which is this one here. So I'm going to get the balmy blue now. So this is so I'm using varied vases for the smaller flowers, and I've used floral essence for these flowers, and for the leaves I've used the fern leaf from Daisy Lane. I'm unashamedly, I'm using lots of different stamp sets in here. This is purely going to be about stamping today, with a little bit of a cutout using some dies, but I'm creating a 60th birthday card for a friend, and I want it to be really pretty and floral. So I'm combining a few different sets to create the look that I want. So Varied Vases is a 2-step stamping set, and it is designed to have flowers be stamped inside each other. Now you don't always have to do that though. You can see how I'm stamping off to create depth in the background. So I'm stamping inside there, and then I'm stamping off a little bit. So if you like watching me live, do remember to press that bell button. Not everybody knows about this little bell. When you go and look at my Artful Stamping channel, there's kind of 2 buttons that you can click to stay informed. There's the subscribe button, which will give you a notification in your feed of when I've released a new video, but if you hit the bell button you will actually get a notification, like a little ping, if that's the settings that you have on your phone or your device. So if you sometimes don't always get a notification, it's worth just checking that your device does accept them. Okay, so here I've got Night of Navy, and I'm a bit scared to use this directly on, so I'm actually going to stamp this off and just do a little bit of kind of filler in stamping. I'll stamp off. Do there. And then I'm going to just bring in my little verse. Just check how that looks there. Now I still want some more flowers in this section here. So I'm thinking there's this lovely little flower here that I could use. Oh, I'm not quite sure I'm going to fit that in now. Okay, I'm going to clean off that stem because I've inked it up too much. I'll tuck that right into there. Yeah. Ring my bell, ring my bell. Okay, happy with that. And then again, there's these little flowers that go inside of there, but I don't want them to be the same colour as what I've just done. So what about a nice yellow this time instead? See how that looks. How do I know when enough is enough? Very good question. Initially I'm looking for spaces, for gaps. So I'm deliberately going to leave this space here free. I'm also looking at balance as well. So, you know, that there's the section of blue there, you've got blue there, got a bit of yellow there, yellow there. I feel like I might need to put a bit of that dark pink that's there down here, but maybe I can do that with adding other flowers. So there's this lovely little flower here, so I might be able to add in some of that pink by using that one. It's also not just about balancing colour, it's about balancing texture. So I've got these bold elements, and then I've got juxtaposed against the bold elements, I've got these little, you know, frothy elements. So that's always worth thinking about as well. Okay, see how that balances it out now, because I've got the dark pink there, and now I want some dark pink up here. But I don't want it exactly symmetrical, because symmetry can be a little bit distracting when it's supposed to be a design that's kind of natural and kind of floral. So if it's too symmetrical, it can look a bit odd. Also, when you're doing florals, it's important to group things. So like these smaller ones, I've grouped them together. Right, and then I've got these tiny little leaves. So I feel like I need to bring a little bit more green in here now. So I've got that old olive here. So again, I'm looking for little spaces where I can put little hints of the green. and I am looking to create a contrast between the whiteness, or this is very vanilla actually, of the where the sentiment is, and making sure that the background is dark enough so that actually contrasts against it as well. Hi Vicky. Which stamp set is sentiment from? It's not a Stampin' Up sentiment. I think it was from, oh, I think it was from Verve stamps, but I don't think they exist anymore. Okay, so now I want to clean off this stamp here. Oh, where's my, I did have a cleaning cloth somewhere. Now I just want to bring in a little bit of this pale green now. I'm very tempted to put something like a butterfly or something up here. I'm just going to stamp one out, stamp and punch one out and see what it looks like. Actually, I might just stamp it directly on. Okay, so this is like one of the most scariest moments of making a card, because you're like, okay, if this doesn't work, you know, what's going to happen? But I think if I stamp a butterfly there and a butterfly there in the blue and then go over it with the pink, that should be okay. And then if I really mess it up, I can always cut one out and then stick it over the top. Oh my goodness, this is so tricky because I cannot see through this. Look, this pink stamp. Okay, I'm going to try and clean it off in this cleaning pad because, oh my goodness, it is so pink. Has anyone ever tried using like diluted bleach on their stamps? Because some of these, look how pink that is. I should have done it the other way round, shouldn't I? I should have stamped the pink first. Okay, I think I might just have to use my Stamp-A-Majig because I can't risk getting this wrong. Oh, that's a bit better actually, but then once I get pink on this, let's have a look. It is a love stamp. It's a very love stamp, but I'm so scared of cocking this up. Okay, I'm wondering whether just to put a centre and the little antenna on there and then just be done with that. Okay, I'm going to cop out of this. And I'm not going to do it in the pink, I'm going to do it in the navy. Stamparatus time, yeah. Yeah, but the problem is I can't actually even see through the stamp, so it's just too tricky. So I'm sorry guys, I'm going to take the easy option. I'm going to stamp off the antenna because I don't want it as dark as the bodies. There we go. Right, okay. Phew. Oops. Right, to raise this up, I'm not going to use dimensionals. I'm going to cut out a little piece of card, which I do have here, a little piece. Cute, breathing again, yeah. It was like that for a moment, wasn't it? Okay, so you might have seen my tip about using up pieces of cardstock for this type of thing. It's a good way to use your scrap pieces of backing card and create dimension to your cards without having to use loads of dimensionals. Oh, I was really pleased this evening. You've probably heard me on some videos going, I can't find my scissors, I don't know where my scissors are. And tonight I was looking through a box of some tatting threads. It's a craft that another craft that I do, which is kind of like lace making. And I found my snips, woohoo, with my little cat charm that I think I got from, I've forgotten her name, Stampin' Up demo. She always does swaps with cats on. And also, woohoo, I found my Fiskars fabric scissors, which I've been looking for ages, and I thought my children had stolen, but they hadn't. I had them, I put them away. So I'm really happy. I found 2 pairs of scissors tonight. Right, Gaynor Boy sprays her stamps with Domestos spray. Ooh, Domestos spray. What is that? Oh, as in Domestos, the cleaning fluid. What, does that have like a small bit of bleach in it or something? That's cool. Right, so I'm just sticking that on there. I'm going to stick this on here. I'll make sure I've got this straight. That makes sense. Because then you're not ruining your stamps, are you, by doing that? Well, that stamp cleaning pad, it does say you're meant to wash it off afterwards, and I'm presuming it's because it has got something strong in it, some kind of strong chemical. Oh, I've just realised I've stuck this on the wrong way. Quick. I watch her all the time and have seen her use that. Okay. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that stands up. Right, all done. I've got all this cleaning up to do now. I'm going to get my big block and stick them all on here and then give them one wipe. I think that's the easiest thing to do. I should just have got this out in the first place. Esther does this, doesn't she? So if you don't follow Stampin' Star Creations on YouTube, she's my sister, and she has lots of great little tips for things like this. She always has a spare block when she's stamping that she sticks her stamps onto, because she, like me, is paranoid about losing important stamps. Right, I think that's everything apart from that big one. That's fine. So I'm going to clean one go. Right, thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I'll take a photo of this and put it onto my social media, maybe even my blog as well. So this is what you can do with various floral stamps. So if you want to know the colour scheme again, let's go over that. And then Old Olive on top of that as well. I just didn't have Old Olive. Not quite sure my Old Olive has got to. There we go. Those are the colours. So we've got Soft Sea Foam, Daffodil Delight, Cocoa Rose, Seaside Spray, Night of Navy, Lovely Lipstick, and I mean, this says Pear Pizzazz, but you could use Pear Pizzazz if you wanted to, or Old Olive. So, there we go. Right, thank you guys for joining me. It's lovely to chat to you all. It's been quite a nice chatty evening. I guess Saturdays are when you may be available a little bit more to come on live. And so maybe I'll try this another night, another Saturday night. It's been quite fun. So, if you're catching this on the replay, hello and welcome, and hope you've enjoyed it and you get some inspiration from this as well. So take care for now, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys again soon. Take care, bye. Yes, says Beverly. Yes, more lives. It could be like, you know, Saturday night in. Take care, bye.